Now I will pass the floor to Afzal, that is going to talk us about another part of the world, some different landscapes, isn't so, Afzal? We are now talking about the ancient lands and the multitude of cultures, so connected with what Dr. Vani was bringing us also. So I kindly ask you if you could share with us your screen, and we will have a moment with the two speakers also to share questions and with the participants. Afzal, the floor is with you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you guys are. I am very proud and honored to be part of this group. Thank you for the organizer, Lina and everybody else. I know I have a brief 7 or 8 minutes, so I'll try to stick to the timeline. What I wanted to start with was to basically say, just like this group believes, how much biocultural diversity is important. When I talk about Afghanistan, I will talk about Afghanistan as a human family, not as a country. So when I say Afghanistan, I basically mean the people living in this land in the past, their contribution to civilization, culture, and diversity. So in regards to biocultural diversity, the true web of life is biocultural diversity. The interlinked diversity of in the nature and culture, an integral whole formed by biodiversity, cultural diversity, and linguistic diversity. Diversity in this fuller sense is the multifaceted expression of the creative force and potential of life in both nature and culture, a wellspring of vitality and resilience for life on the planet. So I think as people, as human family, diversity is extremely important, and to keep that diversity, it will bring resiliency to the human family. In regards to Afghanistan, what I wanted to talk about was very briefly about the historical background, then the land, and also the people. And throughout that, I show the pictures of Afghanistan, because the people have an image of Afghanistan that has been portrayed in media due to the events since the invasion of former Soviet Union of Afghanistan, and then the coming of Taliban to Afghanistan. So as far as the historical cultural background, history and geography have made Afghanistan the great crossroad of Asia. Afghanistan's valleys, mountains, passes, broad plateaus, rolling flatlands were crisscrossed by the deep worn trails of countless trading caravans long before the birth of Christ, and generations before Columbus discovered the New World. Afghanistan's cities like Kabul, Kandahar, Herat, Ghazni, and Balkh were thriving centers of civilizations. Afghanistan has behind it a long, glorious past. And for centuries, it had the banner of civilization in the heart of Central Asia. It was here that migrant Aryan tribes settled near the Hindu Kush some 5,000 years ago. It was those tribes to begin a way of life that produced two great religions, Brahmanism and Zoroastrianism, established the flourishing schools of art and literature, fostered dynasties that ruled an empire expanding from parts of present-day China and Russia to cover most of India and present-day Persia, and ultimately led to the modern-day Afghanistan. The land, this is Banyan, where the statue of Buddha was there, which was, blown up by Taliban, unfortunately, and then after that, movement of Mongols to Afghanistan, establishing Islam there. The land itself, Afghanistan, is a land of endless variety. It's 260,000 square miles of mountains, deserts, forests, plains and fertile plateaus range from in the north, range from the internal snows blanketing the 20,000 feet peaks of Hindu Kush Mountains in the north to the shifting sands of Seastone deserts in the south. One of the northernmost provinces, Wakhan is locked in winter ice for 9 months of the year, while the other parts of Afghanistan, like Chakhamsur in the southwest, know only year-round summer, with temperatures reaching 120 degrees Fahrenheit in the shade at the season's peak. Yet many regions enjoy long, mild spring, summers, and winters. So the variety you see, mostly what we have seen in the media lately, unfortunately, they show deserts in Afghanistan. Afghanistan is such a diverse country with amazing, 75% of the country is mountains and very diverse, extremely, and different ways. People. Afghanistan is not a self-contained ethnic unit, and its national culture is not uniform. Afghanistan's people rival the topography in ethnic, linguistic, and physical variety. Basically, the country is a zone of predominantly Muslim Indo-European speakers of the Mediterranean substock of the Great Caucasoid race, which extends from Gibraltar and Tangier on both sides of the Mediterranean and moves through Anatolia, Iran, and southern Afghanistan and northwest Pakistan. A Spaniard, Sicilian, Greek, Turk, Arab, or a Jew would be physically in home in most of Afghanistan. Only distinctive tribal, ethnic, clothing, languages, religion, and other cultural impediments make the difference. William Douglas, a justice of the United States Supreme Court, has written, "One could go to any Afghan home and be warmly received. If there were only one room, it would be turned over to him, to the guest. I went among them alone, with no badge to mark my rank or identify me. They knew only that I was an American, and I received nothing but kindness." A Persian traveler writes, "If you ask even a poor Afghan who is dressed in rags and is your servant, who he is, he will answer with pride that he is an Afghan." I will stop here, and if there were any questions now or in the breakout room, I'll be gladly expand on it and not go further than that.
Thank you, Afzal, for bringing us so many information, so beautiful pictures, bringing pieces of Afghanistan to all of us. I'm particularly curious. The photo of the ladies in black and white, could you tell us a bit more before we go to breakout rooms? I am curious.
Okay.
Just in a minute. All of them were beautiful, but I said, who are these ladies? And we are in March.
Well, these are from different parts of Afghanistan. The diversity is amazing. You could go to Nuristan, for example, and you will see women and men, blonde and blue eyes. You could go to the central part of Afghanistan and you will see people that look like, some people that live in China or Korea. So I just put these pictures to show how diverse Afghanistan is. We used to have 64 languages, live languages. I think now, unfortunately, it's probably down to 25 or 24 live languages spoken very distinctly. So just to show how diverse Afghanistan is. And this is a picture when I was going to university in Afghanistan, because the picture again now we see is completely women covered. But I went to a Western style university when I studied in Afghanistan. And so that's the reason.
The reason why. Thank you for sharing.